Feel the calm as we journey through tonight's heartwarming tale. Aster and Jasmine, a tale of courage. This story is about a boy named Aster and a deer named Jasmine, who embark on a journey of courage to restore balance in their beloved forest. Aster was a kind-hearted boy who lived on the edge of a vast forest. His days spent exploring the wonders of nature surrounding his small cottage. One afternoon, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the woods, Aster heard a soft rustling. From behind the cluster of tall oaks emerged a gentle deer named Jasmine. Her coat shimmered like pearls in the twilight, and she moved with a grace that seemed to defy the very ground she walked upon. Although Aster had seen many forest creatures, there was something enchanting about Jasmine that drew him closer. He sensed that she was not just an ordinary deer. Brought together by fate, Aster and Jasmine quickly became friends, bound by an unspoken understanding and shared curiosity about the world. Jasmine had a secret, however. The forest was home to an ancient spirit, a guardian who watched over all its inhabitants, but the spirit had begun to fade, and the balance of the forest was disrupted. Aster listened intently to Jasmine as she explained the plight, her voice trembling with concern. Courage blossomed in Aster's heart, and he knew he had to help. With the trust they had built, Jasmine led Aster deeper into the heart of the forest, where the air was thick with mystery and a gentle breeze carried whispers of days gone by. As they ventured together, Aster marveled at the towering trees that seemed to touch the sky, their leaves whispering secrets past. There was an undeniable magic here, a presence that enforced each step towards the spirit's dwelling. Night descended, and the forest glowed under the light of 1,000 stars. The spirit appeared, a figure of ethereal light, its strength wavering. Aster approached, the glow reflecting in his eyes, and spoke with conviction and courage, promising to preserve the spirit's legacy and restore its power. Jasmine stood beside him, her eyes reflecting admiration and hope. Together, Jasmine and deer offered the spirit the symbol of unity, the very essence of their bond, and the promise of renewed health. As dawn broke, the spirit began to regain its luster, casting rays of light that rejuvenated the forest. The trees swayed joyfully, the creatures sang a triumphant symphony, and a serene calm returned to the land. Aster and Jasmine looked at each other, their hearts filled with joy and gratitude, knowing their courage had awakened the spirit's power anew. They wandered back to the cottage as friends, their footsteps echoing the tale of courage they had etched into the fabric of the forest. The forest thrived again, and Aster knew that true courage comes not from absence of fear but from the willingness to face it. In Jasmine, he found a companion whose bravery matched his own, and their friendship blossomed with each passing day, a testament to the bond forged through shared adventures. From then on, the forest welcomed them both, whispering tales of their courage in every rustle of leaves. Aster never forgot the lesson Jasmine taught him sometimes. It takes the true friend to help uncover the bravery within oneself. Now, let's journey on with another gentle tale. Kawaii World's Enchanted Adventure. This story is about Kawaii and her cat Borage embarking on a magical journey to the Garden of Stars. Once upon a moonlit night, in a quaint village nestled between whispering trees and gentle hills, lived a spirited girl named Kadad. Her heart was as wide as the sky, filled with dreams of adventure and the yearning to explore beyond the boundaries of her charming village. Along flourishing here, a mischievous cat named Borage, with fur as dark as midnight, would often accompany her on wondrous escapades. And one evening, while the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky in hues of amber and gold, Katie and Borage stumbled upon an ancient map hidden beneath a creaky floorboard of Katie's attic. Parchment was brittle with age, depicting a path leading to a mystical land known as the Garden of Stars. Intrigued by the promise of adventure, Kaidi and Borage decided to follow the map. With a satchel packed with essentials, they bid farewell to the familiar comforts of home and set out under the blanket of stars. The winding path led them through forests that echoed with the songs of crickets, valleys where the wind whistled tales of distant lands, and rivers that glittered with fragments of the moon. As dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight kissed the earth, Katie and Borage found themselves standing at the entrance of the Garden of Stars. Its ethereal realm shimmered with blossoms that glowed softly in the morning light, their petals whispering secrets of old. The air was fragrant, imbued with the scent of dreams woven into reality. As Kaidi stepped further into the garden, each footfall seemed to awaken the hidden wonders of the place, the pathways unfurling like silver ribbons guiding them deeper into the heart of enchantment. Borage, captivated by the magical aura, darted playfully after butterflies that sparkled like tiny starbursts. Time seemed to lose its meaning as Katie and Borage wandered through this enchanted landscape, discovering pools of crystal and water where wishes were whispered and grove of ancient trees whose roots held the stories of the world. Eventually, they came upon a majestic clearing where stood the star tree, a colossal oak whose branches stretched towards the heavens, adorned with luminous stars hanging like fruit. Labadigo classicity out, Kade felt an inexplicable calm wrap round her, as if the universe had paused to cradle her in its embrace. Borage curled up beside her, praying softly as stars above began their nightly dance in the sky. The magic of the garden filled their hearts with gratitude for the journey and the bond they shared. As they returned home, with hearts full of sparkling memories, Katie realized that while the adventure had been wondrous, it was the companionship of Borage that made each moment unforgettable. With the village appearing in the distance, the rising sun cast its warm glow, yet that echo of starlight lingered in their eyes, carrying the promise of countless adventures yet to come. A new chapter begins to bring you peace. Crocus and Kaibe, a tale of forgiveness. This story is about Crocus and Katie in a quiet village who learn the beautiful power of forgiveness through shared moments of understanding and love. Underneath the twinkling stars of a quiet village, where golden fields stretched beyond the horizon and the whispering wind danced through the forest, lived the gentle soul named Crocus. Crocus was a kind-hearted farmer, known for his radiant smile and deep connection with the earth. Beside him wherever he went was his faithful dog Katie, a spirited Shiba Inu with fur as warm as autumn leaves and eyes that sparkle with cheer. One breezy evening, Crocus and Katie wandered into the meadows, the sky painted with hues of orange and purple as the sun dipped below the leafy silhouettes. The duo cherished this time, strolling together, sharing silent conversations as passed by the hopefully chased shadows cast by the departing light. Yet that evening was different. It held the weight of misunderstanding. Crocus had unintentionally scolded Cat for a mess in the barn that the spirited dog wasn't responsible for. A mistake that left Katie's tender heart a bit bruised. Witnessing Cud's silent sadness, the usually lively dog's tail no longer wagged with the zest of adventure. Crocus felt a pang of regret. In that moment among the whispering grass, Crocus knelt beside Katie, gently wrapping his arms around his furry friend. "Forgive me, dear Katie," Crocus murmured, his voice carrying the sincerity that words could barely contain. Katie looked up into eyes that reflected the evening's serene splendor, and nuzzled against Crocus with a forgiving heart. As the cool breeze rustled through the leaves, Crocus understood the unspoken language of love and forgiveness that Katie offered, and it brought tears to his eyes. Together they lay in the meadow, watching the first stars emerge, connected in a bond stronger than any words. The next day brought a new dawn, the air crisp and refreshing. Crocus prepared Katie's favorite breakfast, a meaty treat that the dog devoured with happiness, tail wagging in gratitude. From that day forward, Crocus learned deeply about the essence of forgiveness, that it meant recognizing the importance of understanding over mere words, and valuing the gentle amends offered by actions and love. Their bond deepened over shared moments, each experience becoming a chapter in their all-fluid tales of companionship. Through sunshine or rain, their walks continue, weaving paths through the countryside, spreading happiness wherever they roamed. Crocus knew in heart that, whether human or animal, forgiveness was a shared language that could transform shadows into light. And so, under the vast statues of Crocus and Katie, will whisper among the winds of their village a testament to the serene power of forgiveness. Here's another story to bring you closer to sleep. Daisy's empathetic journey. This story is about Snowdrop and her magical flower Daisy, who together learn the power of interplay and connection to bring joy and healing to their lonely neighbor Peter. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between towering mountains, was a little house with a vibrant garden, blooming all year round. The garden belonged to Snowdrop, a kind-hearted human known for her beautiful flowers and generous spirit. Every morning, she tended to her roses, tulips, and daisies with such care that they seemed to smile back at her. Among her flowers was Daisy, not just a garden flower, but a magical caring healer. Daisy was not only a beautiful white petal blossom, but also endowed with a magic that allowed her to empathize deeply with the emotions of those around her. One evening, Snowdrop sat by the garden gazing at the twinkling stars. It was a night of tranquility, yet unease flickered in her heart. That day, she had seen old man Peter alone by the village well, looking forlorn and lost. Snowdrop's heart ached for him, but she was unsure how to help. Daisy noticed her friend's distress and fluttered her petals gently, whispering, "Don't worry, Snowdrop. Empathy begins with understanding and listening." Snowdrop took a deep breath and the next morning went to find Peter. With Daisy tucked in a basket beside her, Snowdrop greeted Peter and said, "I couldn't help but notice you seemed troubled. Would you like to share what's on your mind?" Peter paused, surprised but comforted by Snowdrop's sincere eyes. Hesitantly, he began to speak about his loneliness after his family moved away. Snowdrop listened intently, offering her support and empathy. As they spoke, Daisy hummed softly, her petals glowing, radiating warmth. Peter felt a soothing calm wash over him, like a gentle wave of understanding. Snowdrop promised to visit him daily, sharing stories and laughter to drive the loneliness away. True to her word, Snowdrop returned each day, and with her, the village seemed to embrace Peter more warmly. Daisy watched over them, delighting in the harmony brought by Entiphy's golden touch. As months passed, Peter found himself surrounded by new friends, neighbors waving as he walked by, smiles exchanged with genuine care. Snowdrop learned that empathy wasn't just a feeling. It was a bond woven through shared understanding. Daisy often twirled in the morning breeze, her petals shimmering with the happiness that enveloped the garden. From then on, Snowdrop and Daisy made it their mission to spread empathy wherever they roamed, sharing stories and listening to those who needed it most. In their village, kindness bloomed as vivid as any garden flower, a testament to the power of understanding and connection. Thus, under the same starry sky, Snowdrop and Daisy rested each night, knowing their journey had brought together hearts wrapped in the soft embrace of empathy. Thank you for listening. Good night and sweet dreams.